And yeah, there's actually some really awesome Charizard cards. I don't know if you guys have like seen right behind my head here, but we have high resolution pictures of the Charizard cards coming in the UPC ASX. Before we get into anything, what did you think about those Charizards, man?
Oh my gosh, this is like everything I wanted from a Charizard card. This whole Sword and Shield, honestly, not even the Sword and Shield era, like of all time,
Forever.
really. You know, ever since I got back into it, back into collecting and everything, like I yearned for an awesome Charizard card, and we got some pretty cool ones throughout the Sword and Shield era. But like, my gosh, looking at these cards, top of the line Charizard cards for me. Like I have to have these in my collection. It's hard to pick out a top one, to be honest with you, but I mean that Charizard VMAX, man, that card is like everything to me. Everything that Charizard is in that card to me. And yeah, I'm gonna probably be picking up more than just one copy of that card specifically. Amazing artworks, and I'm so happy that they put this box together. They threw these 3 cards in there. I really feel like they're doing a service to the collector here in this box.
Yeah, this box I think is kind of like the start to that. Technically, I think the Celebrations UPC was kind of like the start to that. And we'll talk about that a little bit later in the episode. But I agree with you. I think for me, the VMAX is the number 1 card. All 3 cards are phenomenal. And I said this before when we talked about the Charizard UPC, I think 2 weeks ago. All 3 of these cards, if they were inside of booster packs and inside of a set, would be the most expensive card in the Sword and Shield era. If that Alt Art VMAX was in Brilliant Stars, or the alternate art V Star was in Brilliant Stars, maybe the alternate art V was inside of, you know, a Celebrations or something like that. All 3 of them would be the most expensive cards, surpassing the Umbreon from Evolving Skies, in my opinion. And
I think so.
I don't even know if it would be close, to be honest. Like the especially the VMAX one, which is my favorite. It would be a $500 card if it was inside of a set, and it was extraordinarily hard to pull, like the Umbreon was.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of,
100% agree with you on that.
We just pulled the Brilliant Stars, a.k.a. Starbirth Japanese version of the Charizard alternate art. Super excited to add to my collection. So yeah, that's awesome. So, but yeah, I'm with you. I'm going to need all 3. I'm going to, obviously the UPC for me is a better investment sealed.
Oh yeah.
Like 1,000% better sealed. But I'm going to have to at least open one of them or buy these singles down in my collection because they are so beautiful. I got to have them. Got to have them in my magnetic cases here to go inside my alternate art collection. So definitely got to be doing that for sure.
Yeah, I am super excited for these, and I was I felt a little bit weird about the V-Star art because it's definitely, it feels very
it's one of those quirky ones
to me. It is. It's one of those quirky ones. It kind of feels a little bit like a comic book to me, like that art style. But after looking at it, you kind of see a few other Pokemon kind of snuck in there. He's battling Mewtwo. I mean, how can you
confirmed? I don't know if you know this, but it is confirmed. Yeah. We have the leaked card that V-Star Universe is going to feature the Mewtwo alternate art. That is the opposite side of this artwork. So this is...
I did not see that yet.
This is the Charizard fighting the Mewtwo. We do have images of the Mewtwo fighting the Charizard as well. I've not shared them on my socials because it's a very grainy, it's not a high-resolution picture. And I don't like sharing those types. If you follow me on my Instagram and my Twitter, you'll notice I try to stay away from, like, not necessarily sharing leaks because they're leaks, but just because they're usually shit. They usually look terrible. They're very low quality. Half the time they're bent up, damaged, ripped, things like that. Because it looks like they fell off the conveyor belt and they scooted them over with their shoe, scratched them up on the floor, and it's really bad. I don't even share them until I get a decent picture that I deem worthy of putting up. And if you guys haven't seen these Charizard cards, make sure you go follow us, TCG Funhouse, over on Instagram or Twitter to see the high resolution images of all 3 VMAX, V-Star, and V Charizard cards. Sorry, I believe I interrupted you like I often do, as people in the comment section remind me from time to time.
No, I was just saying, this is an absolutely awesome card, and I didn't know that we had the Mewtwo card coming, and that's just going to be absolutely awesome. And then I was just taking a peek here at the Charizard V, and I think honestly, I kind of like this one. Maybe a little bit better, definitely just as much as the Charizard V you're holding. Because I didn't notice the first time I was looking at this, I just saw the Charizard laying down. I'm like,
Venusaur in the back.
He's resting. But then I saw Venusaur in the back, and all the damage to the forest that Charizard caused. There's a bunch of little fires in the back, and Venusaur just looks pissed off that Charizard did all that, and that just is absolutely hilarious to me. So yeah, this card, all three of them, 10 out of 10 for me. The Charizard VMAX 11 out of 10 for sure. Like
very big Godzilla vibes, just menacing.
Oh, definitely.
if you guys have followed me here on this channel before, like, that I prefer my Pokemon and my Pokemon cards like dark, intimidating, and scary, like way more than whimsical, and the V is definitely a little bit whimsical, which is why like people rave over the Sleepy T-Tar alternate art all the time as one of the best cards in the Sword and Shield era. And it is fantastic, don't get me wrong. But it's not even close to my like top 10 cards because it's just so whimsical. And same thing with the Machamp. The Machamp drove me crazy. They had such an opportunity to give us an awesome alternate art Machamp where he was like boxing, fighting, something like badass. And instead he's carrying a bunch of laundry and groceries. Like, cool, I get that's kind of what he does, like, in the games and stuff. He's, like, this multi-utility Pokemon. Like, nah, bro, he's Goro. I want to see some Goro action.
Right? Yeah. I feel the exact same way about that card. Bit of a missed opportunity to essentially go the Charizard VMAX route here and make it really, really cool.
Yeah. So right before we get into talking about the underrated, undervalued era, like, how do you feel about your first week on the channel, man? It's your first week officially a TCG Funhouse crew member. Like, how you feeling? You feeling frisky, feisty? Like, what's going on?
Frisky, feisty. I'm excited. No, I'm definitely very, very excited to be here. I just had actually my first video come out today that we're recording this.
Yes.
So on this Tuesday, and just seeing all the amazing comments coming through. From so many different people that I may have not even gotten comments from on my own channel, so brand new people seeing me as well. It was a great feeling, just to see all the love I was getting in the comments. It was just comment after comment, welcoming me to the channel and let me know that all those polls that they saw were awesome and everything like that. So it got me very, very motivated, super excited to see where this is all going to go. And I really hope I'm going to be pulling Zard after Zard after Zard for you guys here on the channel. That's the goal, to constantly bring awesome openings, energetic openings as well. That's another thing a lot of people seem to like was the high energy I brought to the opening. So
I already got a nickname
I will do that for you guys. Yeah,
I already got a nickname for you.
I hear it. What is it?
I wrote it down in one of the comments, or I believe I may have.
I didn't see it.
I don't even know. I may have mentally thought it and not did it, which happens sometimes. You're the king of awesome, because that's your quote. That's your quote. Every time you get that page, you're like, awesome, and I'm like that's pretty cool. True. And like that, and you don't even try to do it. That's just your reaction. Your legitimate reaction to getting a big pull is awesome, and so you're the king of awesome. So you're gonna have to get yourself some branded merchandise.
I can do that.
So the king of awesome, guys. So that's what we're calling him. ASX is officially king of awesome. The A in ASX now stands for awesome. We don't know what the other stands for. We'll come up with the other two letters, but the A stands for awesome moving forward.
There we go. I can roll with that. I like that.
We're glad to have you, man. I know I'm glad to have you on the channel. I think sky's the limit with us with all this content we're going to be pushing out. I'm really excited. I think we're going to have tons of growth. There is tons of people down in the comment section supporting us in all of our videos. And if you're listening on audio platforms, guys, give us a 5-star review. Share it with your friends, because we're in this for the stretch. We're doing 60, 90 days of this hardcore balls to the wall. And if it turns out well, we're going to move forward and just dominate and become the next big thing in this Pokemon TCG game. So that's our plan.
Yeah.
So.